first thing you need to do is be safe. Disconnect the appliance or turn off the breaker to avoid electric shock. Hello guys, welcome to my channel DIY Repair Now. Today we're going to be working on a Maytag. The model number it's on the display. And the problem that we have with this Maytag that is making a noise when it's washing. So we're going to go ahead and start by putting it on test mode to be able to hear that. 1, 2, 3, one back, one to the front, and we in test mode. 1, 2, 3, and now we just got into a manual test mode. First press, that is lid switch. Second is cold water valve. Third is a hot water. 4 is nothing. 5, nothing. When it flashes, it's nothing. 6, that means it's nothing. 7, now this number 8 is the drain pump. You're gonna hear the drain pump draining the water out. That means drain line is fine. Now if it flashes, that means it's nothing there. Now over here is lower speed, high speed, low agitation, high agitation. Now I don't want to go to the speed, I want to go to agitation. This is a low agitation, and as you can hear, it's making a weird noise. High agitation is still making a weird noise. Now we're going to put it on spin just to make sure the actuator changes from agitation to spin, but we really don't want to do any spin right now. We're gonna go ahead and wait until the drum stop, because right now it's still spinning and it will not unlock the door into a stop spinning. Go ahead and take it to that, or just press that play button for 3 seconds. It's gonna cancel, and when the drum is still spinning, it's gonna go ahead and open the door. Now those little things are to put a screwdriver there. You put the screwdriver and force up, and it will come right out. This is what you need to be able to remove the screw, or you can use a ratchet. There's the number as well. You can use it with that. I believe it's a 716, and this is a little bit complicated to remove this agitator, because this agitator is stuck in there. When you remove this screw, it will be hard to remove this. Trust me, it took me over an hour to get this strap underneath of this wash plate. I use many ways to do it. I use a putty knife. I use a lot of things to try to get this underneath of the wash plate. However, it's your choice. You can bring a hammer. This is the old wash plate anyways, but remember, right now what I was doing, it was a diagnostic, so I could not break this plate in 2 pieces, because I need to let the customer know and I need to get approval for the customer. So I grabbed a small screwdriver. Just use one of those small flathead screwdriver, because a big screwdriver is not going to fit because of the drum, and try to get something underneath and then start pulling out the way I'm doing it, and it will come right out. As you see right there, this is the wash plate, and that right there is all stripped. It shouldn't be that way. It should have some teeth that grabs the agitator shaft right there. Now is a lot of corrosion in the shaft, so you will grab like a metal brush, screwdriver to clean those teeth on the shaft. Remember, that's a metal shaft and is a lot of corrosion there, and it's also part of the particles that broke and stripped in the old wash plate. So you have to go one by one or again get a real strong metal brush to be able to clean that shaft and make sure it's clean. As you see right there, I don't know if you can see really good right there. I try to get much as I can on the video, but it's all stripped. Now this is the new part right there, W10902814, and go ahead and open the new part and get it out. Now here we have our new wash plate or agitator. As you can see, this is the old agitator, and we're gonna compare it. See, it's all stripped. Let me do a closer look right there. Yep, it's all stripped. And this is the new wash plate, which is brand new. Now align it together. If you clean that shaft really good, you're not gonna have a lot of trouble to putting this thing back together. But I try to clean that shaft much as I can. I even sand it with some sandpaper and clean it with a screwdriver, metal brush, and I will still have a little bit of trouble trying to get, as you see, I'll keep taking it off because it will not go in, and most likely you're gonna run into this. I'm using sandpaper now to sand the outside of those teeth, and keep cleaning them. You don't want to go ahead and use something too strong because it can damage this shaft, and then the wash plate will not go in at all. So I was just trying to, clean them much as I can. My metal brush was very small, so I needed like a real heavy duty metal brush to do this repair. Now for the fourth time I'm trying to get it in place. I'm tapping it with my pliers, but I'm not tapping it too hard or too low. I'm just trying to tap it a little bit to get it in, or enough to put the screw and let the screw do the job. However, if you're gonna do this, go ahead and put a little piece of rag or a little piece of wood on top. I don't recommend do this. Try to go ahead and clean it much as you can, because by doing this you can break the new wash plate if you hit it too hard. However, they're not that fragile. You can see me doing this and nothing happens, nothing got damaged, nothing look ugly, because I'm just basically tapping it. Now go ahead and put the screw in place and go ahead and start tightening the screw with your ratchet or with your drill bit. Now once you start tying it, you see it's a little crazy that when you start tying it moves the drum clockwise in the same direction, so you have to hold the drum with your hand to be able to tighten it, and that way it doesn't spin while you tighten it clockwise. As you see right there, every time I try to tighten it, it starts moving. So I grab my drill and I put it like an automatic hammer, impact, or whatever, to help me to tie this screw. But as you see, I turn. You gotta make sure you don't put the screw and go all the way, because it can break your hand. So my suggestion is just use a ratchet. But I have to go like counterclockwise and then press the drill to be able to get it really tight. Put the cover back on, clean everything around. At this point, we're pretty much done. Just tap a little bit of the top, that way it doesn't come out. And again, 1, 2, 3, one back, one forward, and all the lights come on. 1, 2, 3. And now we're in manual test mode. And first is door lock. Second one is water coming in. We're just gonna go ahead and redo this test again to make sure we don't have any noise whatsoever. Again, Now I'm testing the water. So far, so good. Just letting a little bit of water go in. That way I can make it drain. Just follow the steps. That's nothing. When the light flashes, that means it doesn't apply to this model. That's the drain pump right there. And it's draining. You can hear it draining, so it's really good. Now we're gonna stop that. Nothing. Every time you put something, you have to press it back to undo it. So now we put it on high agitation. If you're doing this repair, you don't have to put it on test mode. If you hear this noise, you'll replace your wash plate. And as you saw, it's no more noises. I mean, as you can hear, it's no more noises, no weird noises whatsoever. But I'm doing this because I gotta keep going. But if you go ahead and hear this noise, just replace wash plate, and you don't have to worry about put it on test mode. You just put a load, and if it doesn't hear the noise anymore, that means everything is fixed. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you in any way, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.